Another massage from the Kimberly corrugations. I'm growing rather fond of the gravel roads out here. Not a long massage this trip though. I'm on my way to the Gibb River Road, but before we get there, a detour. The Kimberly is full of big stories, and there's one location up here where the worlds of the early settlers and the traditional owners collided with unparalleled ferocity. And the place where the story started isn't too far up this road. Not far from Winjana Gorge, at the foot of the Napier Ranges, are the ruins of Lillimooloora, abandoned but not forgotten. This is one of those stops so well signed you could do it yourself, but what you see is just half the story. Dylan Andrews is a Bunyaba elder, a keeper of stories, and in more recent years, a tour guide.
Hey, hello, Christy. You made it.
Made it. It's a bit hot out here.
Let's go under the tree and have a bit of chat under the shade.
Sounds like a plan. While these ruins may not look much today, in years gone by, they were central to one of the most important stories of this bit of Bunyaba country, where white fella and black fellas clashed.
To welcome you on behalf of my elders here. And I used to talk about the past, the present, and how can we move on together forward. Because in the past there have been many bad things have done, and what been done, we cannot undone, but we can build a better future. That is my message.
The conflict began when graziers travelling through here saw the potential of this place for livestock.
Well, it was built in the 1800s. It was a sheep station. Then later on, they turned it into a cattle station. And then the Melbourne-based manager went bankrupt, and they turned this into a police outpost for the Bunyaba people.
Working on the station, and later with the police, was a young Bunyaba man called Demara, a crack shot and a brilliant horseman. He became the leader of his people after fatally shooting the man who was once his best friend.
Well, Demara was a Bunyaba man torn in two worlds. One with his tribal elders, another his friend and partner, Constable Richardson. He was working at the time for police with Richardson, and they were great mates. Right in the outback, you really need each other. Demara saved Richardson's life many times. He probably witnessed many bad things as he was working as a police tracker at that time.
Against his own people?
Yeah. They took the rights away from the Bunyaba. Him and Richardson owned over 16 elders, his own very close kin for Demara. They were wanted by the police for spearing sheep, and he brought them here. Walked them on a day like this, how hot it is, chained up, waiting for the ship to come from Fremantle to take the Bunyaba elders to Rottnest Island. Many Kimberley people went there, none came back. Then you can imagine how hard it was for Demara. At night, the Bunyaba elders used to sing Junba song, trying to uplift their spirit, and probably this was the turning point to Demara. It was right here, he shot Richardson. Set his elders free, picked up the 44 Winchester and held it up like this, and said, Kramiani, Milenjang Energy Gilliman, you see this gun? Thoroughly warway, Yarungo Moy. We shall stand strong for our country, and his warfare lasted for 3 years. He had to more fight for his freedom and his people, his country, yeah. What been done, we cannot undone, but we can build a better future of working together, building a relationship.
Sitting here under the tree with Dylan, walking around the ruins and seeing where Richardson was shot, you can imagine Demara's battle to protect his people. The storytelling, though, rather than dividing people, is all about understanding. Now, Dylan was kind enough to meet us out here today and share the stories. Usually what he runs is a tag-along tour from Winjana Gorge, which is about a 5 minutes drive that way, and equally worth seeing. If you want any more details, check us out on Facebook, or if you're in Fitzroy Crossing, you can duck into the visitor centre. See you out here soon.